The aim of this tutorial is to look at how you can create a private space, a tutorial space within Collaborate Ultra for delivering tutorials. So let's cut to the chase. And right now I've got myself and a Tim student in here. And what we're going to do is we're going to use breakout groups in order to create this private tutorial space. So by default, this is what you would see. I'm going to get rid of group 2. And although this isn't a must do, I'm going to change group 1 into tutorial room. Okay, so I now have a tutorial room, and then I've got a main room. And if you like, you could think of this main room as a reception or a waiting area. And you actually want to go into a sort of a more private space. So I'm going to move the student and myself into the tutorial room. And then I'm going to click Start. Now, once I do that, we will be in this tutorial room, and anybody coming into the main room will not be able to see or hear us. So let's go. So you can see it says you'll be in tutorial room, and I am now there, and the student is now there. You can see that next to tutorial room it says 2, and next to main room it says 0. So anybody coming into the main room will not be able to see or hear us. So that in itself could be a little bit strange for any student coming into the main room. The normal workflow is that you give students, all students have the same link. They have different times, but some may arrive early, you may overrun. So when the student comes into the main room and doesn't see anybody there, that in itself might be a little bit strange. So as a suggestion, I'm going to go to share files and add a file. Actually, I beg your pardon. I am now in the breakout group, so I actually need to go back to the main area in order to do this. I beg your pardon. So let's just do that. I'm going to go back to the main room and update. And then within the main room, I'm going to set up this waiting slide, which I have share files. And welcome to your tutorial. This is just a JPEG image, and so when I hit share now, it's just really a holding slide, if you like. So I go back to the breakout groups. You can still see that the student is here. I will take myself back into the tutorial room to finish off the tutorial. And you'll notice that the slide isn't here for us. We don't see that. If we go back to the main room, however, we will see that. Okay, now presuming that the tutorial has come to an end, the student can either now click on, they can either leave the session in the normal way or click on the, just close the tab. You can, as the tutor, you can click up here to join the main room, where you may or may not now see another student. Equally, if you wanted to move the student back into the main room as well, you could do that by clicking on move to another group and click on the main room and update. Great. So that really, in a nutshell, is how to use tutorial rooms, how to create a tutorial room within Collaborate Ultra. This was really proposed by a colleague of mine, Damien. He used it with the MBA students and the MAA students, and the feedback was very positive.